Well, writing and publishing is not a very organized industry. So don't worry if you're a little confused on where to start, how to end, where to go, what to do, and so on. It will all come. Hang on. And to add to it, authors aren't very organized people. Well, we're usually a tad unkempt, a little lost. Well, not me, but usually. And that's allowed. I mean, if you have messy hair and mismatched clothes and you have to think about it when someone asks you your name, well, you're a qualified author. So to expect to have your writing all organized is a far-fetched expectation. If you're going to wait for the story to start at the sequential beginning, showing you the entire plot with its twists and turns and suspense and humor right till the end, well, you might as well just pack your bags and go home. It ain't gonna happen. You start writing from whatever scene or thought that plays itself out for you. Don't worry where it fits. If it has shown up, be the observer, be the witness, and write. The dots will connect. The scenes will play out to and fro, sometimes fast forward and sometimes at an irrelevant rewind. Make sense of it later. You aren't a critic, you're an author, and your job is to write. And when a thought or a sequence or a character shows up, don't try and make sense of it and judge where will it fit. You write it out. Sometimes in life, we aren't able to put experiences together, especially if we're surrounded on all sides by stressful people and stressful events. But allow it some time and some distance, and it all adds up. Be patient with your content. It is all connected. At least gather and accept it first, then make sense of it later. Trust me, when your story ends, you will have a much deeper understanding of the start. And such is life. You see how being an author is a life-changing experience, your life-changing experience. And trust me, you will hit the writer's block several times a day when you're out on your writing spree. Be prepared for it. I recently visited Africa and I had to take the yellow fever vaccination. Well, it's a preventive measure and they won't let you back in the country if you don't get it. You could be a health risk to all concerned and they would quarantine you for 10 days. That's a tip. The same way, if you know you could run into the risk of a writer's block, well, take your vaccination before that. And that is awareness of your creative zone. We all have it. It's that space, it's that zone which pumps energy into your veins and your eyes flip open wider and you spring to your feet ready for action, where your mood shifts to that of elation and your mind becomes a host of countless possibilities. You know that zone, right? Well, mine is music. Mine is going for a drive. It's that walk on a lonely road. It's a time spent gazing at the sea. Take your zone along with you. So when I go on a writing break, I take my music along. I try and look for a place close to the sea and open highways. I try and ensure I have access to wilderness, and I know I can get my story right back should I get bitten by the writer's block bug. Know and protect your creative zone. And you have to make a habit of saving your writing. First, put your documents on autosave every 5 seconds. I don't know if that is possible, but before you take a break, upload your work or save it on Drive, because I give you a personal guarantee written and signed that your laptop will play games with you and you don't want to lose your precious work. So back up your work, save your work. And don't be surprised if you get dreams about the next sequence or if your characters start talking while you are preparing to drift away into Neverland. Keep a notepad handy. Don't ignore the characters when they show up. That never goes well in a story and in real life. I have written and scribbled so many notes, almost to a level of genius-like quotes and situations that came as I drifted off to sleep. And on so many occasions, I have tried to memorize them, feeling too lazy to get up and write. And I never got those thoughts back. I know it's a hassle, but keep that much discipline. It could be the difference between a bestseller and an average narration. And don't worry if you start to put on weight. Writers are allowed the absent-mindedness on food. Well, surprisingly, if we forgot if we have eaten, we have never used the assumption that we could have. The assumption is always that we didn't, and so we have 3 lunches and 4 dinners a day. Don't worry, with all the running around that will come your way when you get to publishing and promoting your book, you will lose it all in a jiffy. And I forbid you to leave your book halfway. That story will just never complete. It will haunt you and drive you crazy. It's like telling your son to wait in the car and then you never return. That's insane, right? Don't do that to your characters. Unless, of course, if you're writing a horror story, because then it makes all sense. But leave only when you are done. Don't leave the bomb ticking. It will explode in your head every day. And trust me, there is an end to every story. Just stick with it. Write out an idea, no matter how stupid it is. Give your own thoughts and ideas enough respect and attention to note them down. Why complain about others if you don't give due attention to your own thoughts? Write it and delete it later, no problem. But write it for sure. In deciphering the stupidity in the thoughts, you will strike gold, the fitting end to your story. Trust me, everything ends, your story included. And when it does, it will be a new beginning to a new life as an author, a best-selling one at that.